Hello everyone. First and foremost, heartiest congratulations for hearing CS Executive. It is indeed a privilege to be with all of you in the CS profession. So a hearty welcome to CS profession. In this short video, we are going to discuss a little bit about the three subjects that I am going to teach in CS profession, how we are going to go about it and what the subjects contain, so on and so forth. Before we begin our discussion, let me just give you a brief introduction about myself. I am CS Amog Diwan. I am a practicing company secretary. I have completed a 5-year law and 2-year LLM from ILS Law College, Pune, and I have completed certain certificate courses in economics from Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics. Although I'm a practicing company secretary, at the end of the day, I'm an academician at heart, and it is always a pleasure to be with a fresh set of faces who are eager to discuss some new things. When I use the word discuss, I use it with a very specific meaning here that let us talk about in the teaching methodology for these three subjects. So when we are going to discuss these three subjects, we are not going by our old methodology, which has served you very well till the executive stage. Now you are at professional stage and things are going to change a little bit. So instead of I delivering a lecture to you, we are going to discuss a lot of things here. This discussion is aimed at making sure that your basic interpretational skills develop. So, before we even start our three subjects, we are going to devote a significant time to revisiting all the principles of interpretation which you have learned. We are also going to discuss how to find judgments, how to read judgments, and how to frame a valid legal opinion. We are also going to discuss a little bit about how do we draft the laws and how that process of legislative drafting works so that we are in a better position to understand a law which is being drafted by a legislative drafter. This may sound something not very related, but let me tell you it is both related as well as very, very interesting. We are also going to talk about a judgment which says that drinking tea is not illegal. चाय पीना कोई गुनाह नहीं है, and this a court has said. We are also going to discuss a law which says that if you give 10 rupees to your friend to drink tea, you are basically committing an offense and your friend can even be punishable with imprisonment. So these are some of the interesting things we are going to discuss in this basic module, let's say a basic refresher course before we begin our actual subjects. In our actual subjects, of course, we will read the Bare Acts, rules. We are going to cover every single thing from your module and more. So we will be going even beyond what your module mandates as your syllabus. So that at the end of the day, you are well prepared to put everything you have learned in practice. So whatever the gaps are there, we are going to fill all the gaps and make sure that you are ready to go. The notes, of course, will be provided for all the subjects, but more importantly, we will be discussing a lot of study techniques, how to take notes, how to study effectively and efficiently so that your time is saved, your energy is saved, and at the end of the day, you are able to grasp all the concepts better. So that also we are going to discuss. When I completed the course on what a teacher should know from Teachers College, there was one sentence which was the central theme of that entire course, which really stayed with me. It was that struggles, confusions, and mistakes are an integral part of learning. So, struggles, confusions, and mistakes will happen when we are discussing all three subjects. If you are not confused, I'll make sure that you are confused by asking you a lot of questions because this will help you understand the concepts better and implement the concept better when the time comes. So do not be afraid if you are struggling or if you are confused or if you are making mistakes. That is basically a sign that you are learning and you are growing. So now let us talk about the three subjects that we are going to discuss. I often say that these are not three distinct subjects, but they are so neatly dovetailed in one another. By dovetailed, I mean they are so well connected that they are kind of one whole. Oh, yes, and I forgot to tell you that we are also going to work a little bit on our legal English. So be prepared to see the words like dovetail. I will, of course, explain their meaning, but your legal English must improve by the time we are done with these three subjects. So first, we are talking about corporate funding and listing. You all know कि company एक बार incorporate हो गई, that the first thing the company needs is money. Of course, the initial capital comes from the subscribers to the memorandum, but after that, the company needs to raise more money either through equity or through debt. So these were the traditional ways in which the finance was raised. But now there are both new financial products like securitization and also various ways like InvITs and REITs through which this funding can be done. So we are going to discuss everything from the very basics of, let's say, equity finance with the very latest cutting edge tools which are being developed in today's modern financial world. So all these products we are going to discuss about. We are going to discuss everything threadbare, understand all the basics, and then only we are going to move ahead. So different types are there. Equity is there. Different types of preference shares are there. Debentures are there. Deposits are there. Loans are there. ECP is there. Foreign funding is there. So we are going to discuss all these particular products through which the finance can be raised. Of course, there are different sources. There are banks. There are other companies. There are your own shareholders. There are new investors. So we are going to discuss how you should structure the transaction so that the optimum output is achieved. And then there are different terms of finance, like short term में होगा, medium term में होगा, long term में होगा. So अगर आपको term decide करनी है तो कौन सा financial product आपको choose करना चाहिए, तो उस पे stamp duty का कैसे implication होगा, उसके registration करने की जरूरत है क्या. All these things we are going to discuss when we are going to discuss this corporate funding. Of course, as I said, different types are there that we are going to discuss. Of course, we are also going to discuss the Indian as well as foreign listing. So if you want to list in Indian stock exchanges, you have many options. Innovators Growth Platform is there. SME exchanges are there. Main board is there. So where you should go and how should you decide? That is the most important thing that we are going to discuss. Now let us come to the second subject. Now कंपनी में पैसा आ गया. So पैसा आने के बाद हमें क्या करना है? So we need to make sure that the company is well governed so that the money is put to the use for which it was borrowed or raised. After the money is put to use, you need to manage all your risk so that there is no loss of capital or the company doesn't become bankrupt or go out of business in general. For that, you are of course required to put into place various compliance systems, and this entire business has to be conducted ethically and sustainably. So that will be basically our second topic, that is governance. So here we are talking about corporate governance, how it originated, what are the various aspects of governance, and what are the regulations for the tunneling transactions. टनलिंग ट्रांजैक्शन मींस कंपनी से पैसा अगर आपको बाहर लेके जाना है तो रिलेटेड पार्टी ट्रांजैक्शंस होंगे, लोन्स होंगे, तो आप कैसा कंपनी से पैसे बाहर निकाले जा सकते हैं और माइनॉरिटी शेयर होल्डर के लिए ये डिट्रीमेंटल है क्या, और ऑल्सो कंपनीज इंटरेस्ट नीड्स टू बी कंसिडर्ड. So what the regulations say, how the regulations deal with it, that we are going to see in this particular subject. We are also going to talk about compliance, how the before that risk management, how the risks are to be identified, what are the ways in which risks could be mitigated, so on and so forth. Compliance management basically deals with how do you set up the internal controls and how do you make sure that the control mechanism works. So that is what we are going to discuss. Ethics is something which you must have heard in the recent days, ESG investing. So here we are going to discuss what it means to conduct business ethically. So what are the business ethics CSR का रोल क्या है, एंटी ब्राइबरी लॉज होते हैं, एंटी करप्शन लॉज होते हैं, उनका रोल क्या है। हम कंपटीशन एक्ट के बारे में भी बात करेंगे कि whether that particular legislation plays some role in ethics, so on and so forth. So this is as far as your topic of governance is concerned. Again, an extremely crucial topic because आपने काफी सारे boardroom battles के बारे में अभी सुना होगा. So from that angle also, it is extremely important and most importantly, very, very interesting. Now that brings us to the last topic, which is a new field which is growing like anything. So insolvency. So insolvency and bankruptcy code, all of you are aware of it. So we will start discussion with our discussion with what were the laws prior to this code. So there were a lot of laws which allowed the recovery of the amount due. Then what is different in the insolvency and bankruptcy code? Basically, why is it even called a code? So that we are going to discuss. So we will discuss the history. In history, of course, in the scheme of the legislation, we of course have the insolvency resolution process. If the insolvency is not resolved, means monetary crunch, company के पास पैसे नहीं है, तो किसी और को अपॉइंट करके, थर्ड पार्टी को अपॉइंट करके किसी और को चांस देना कि आप ये कंपनी को टेक ओवर करो, दैट इज द इंसॉल्वेंसी रेजोल्यूशन प्रोसेस. इंसॉल्वेंसी रेजोल्यूशन प्रोसेस में दो पार्ट्स आते हैं, नॉर्मल इंसॉल्वेंसी रेजोल्यूशन प्रोसेस, फास्ट ट्रैक इंसॉल्वेंसी रेजोल्यूशन प्रोसेस. There is also the third way, which is very recently introduced in the year 2021, fast pre-packaged insolvency resolution process. So that is not there in your syllabus, but still we are going to provide you the notes for it and we are going to cover it in detail. अगर ये insolvency process successful नहीं होता तो क्या कर सकते हैं? Liquidation. Liquidation means you are now selling off all the assets and removing the existence of the company. So company voluntarily भी आके कह सकती है कि हमें liquidate करो. So that voluntary liquidation process that we are going to discuss. We are also going to discuss what is the interrelation of this process with the winding up process under the Companies Act. And more importantly, आपको कौन सी process choose करनी चाहिए, कौन से reasons के लिए. That also we are going to discuss. After that, another very interesting subtopic is cross-border insolvency. जब कंपनी के एसेट कई सारे देशों में है, तो इंसॉल्वेंसी प्रोसेस कैसे किया जाएगा और ये डिफरेंट जुरिस्डिक्शन में आप कोऑपरेशन कैसे इंश्योर करोगे, that we are going to discuss in cross-border insolvency. A very crucial aspect of the insolvency and bankruptcy code is that it applies not only to the corporate forms, which is companies and LLPs, but it also applies to individuals and partnership firms. The part is yet to be notified, but we will discuss what is the insolvency process for individuals and partnership firms. What is their bankruptcy process? They don't have liquidation, they have bankruptcy. And we will also talk about a fresh start process where the individual is given an option to start afresh, where some of his debts are simply waived off. So that also we are going to discuss in the fresh start process. The last point is of course the insolvency professionals, what is their role and how they should discharge their role. So that will conclude our topic on insolvency. In insolvency, we are going to read a lot of case laws. I will also teach you how to find the right kind of case law and how to read that. So this is also sure to help you in your multidisciplinary case studies subject. So as I always say, all these things are dovetailed. They are so well connected कि इसमें इतना synergy generate होगा आपको that it will help you in every single subject. So that's it from my side. Thank you everyone, and I look forward to seeing all of you either in the classroom or in the live session. Thank you.